But according to Cynthia Hearne Darling, author of the new book, Apache Courage, Triumphs Around the Camp, not necessarily the case. We're pleased to be joined now by Cynthia. Cynthia, thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. I'm really delighted to be here.
Well, we're delighted to have you, and we want to talk about your book a little bit and what aspects of Native American culture in the first Thanksgiving have been maybe over-idealized by a lot of Americans out there.
Well, you know, when I thought about that question, and I thought nothing really, because I actually think that having Thanksgiving idealized is a good thing. And that doesn't mean that you don't look into the historically correct parts of it, how many deer or how many turkeys, or the fact that, say, 16 years later, we were all at each other's throats. But for me, and I hope for the whole country, idealizing what that Thanksgiving meant is very important. It's not just the pieces of history. I don't know of another country where you can hope and you pray that sitting around a table with a lot of people that are different from you is really one of our most marvelous things that we've got, and that we're offering our thanks to a God for doing that. So for me, I don't mind idealizing Thanksgiving at all.
You know, Cynthia, I couldn't agree more. And I want to talk a little bit about your experiences that you talk about in your book. You lived and worked on an Indian reservation in Arizona. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that was like and what you learned?
I was coming from the East. I had no clue about what it was to live west of the Mississippi, and got a job on a White Mountain Apache reservation in Arizona, which I absolutely loved. I found very quickly that what my friends in the East had said about Indians was just simply not the case. It's a very different story. For me, it's a story of a warm-hearted people, humorous, very quiet people that have a lot of good qualities, but there's a tremendous amount of alcohol misuse, as you all know. And not only that, there's just a feeling of despondency with having the highest crime rates in the country being turned in against themselves. And I just really, I just feel very sorrowful about it.
And what is being done to address those issues that you just discussed and you raised there?
Well, one of the jobs that I had was working for the Department of Justice, and we monitored a lot of grants. So you know that being a federal reservation, people are under the federal rules, so to speak, and they're getting grant money. As we all know, this can be helpful. It cannot be helpful. I think sometimes it takes away an initiative, but at the same time it provides food for people. So that if you wanted to live in a rundown HUD house, and none of us really want to, you have to accept that when you live on the reservation. So I think we're well-meaning, we're well-intentioned as a federal government, but I'm just not at all sure that this will be the way to success.
All right, thank you very much. Cynthia Hearne Darling talking to us about Thanksgiving. The new book is Apache Courage, Triumphs Around the Camp. We had it incorrect before, but it's Triumphs Around the Camp. Oh, I'm sorry, it is Trumpets Around the Camp. Maybe
Trumpets,
I said it wrong.
It's a biblical reference.
My apologies, Cynthia. Thank you for correcting us, and I'm glad we were able to get it in there. It's available now in a multitude of places, and it's certainly a worthy read, especially this time of year.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much for being with us here. It's been my pleasure to fill in for JD over the course of the last 3 days. Thankful to have this job. Thankful for all of you at home who are watching. Also thankful for my family, and looking forward to getting to spend a couple of days with them, and hopefully you guys will get to do the same. As I mentioned, John Bachman, Morgan Thompson, for everybody you don't see, we want to say thanks to them. We're a lot of us here working. Don't go anywhere. Also, Ed Berliner's coming up right after this with Midpoint, followed by the Steve Malzberg Show coming to you live from New York. Stick around, please. More to come here on Newsmax TV today.